People of the internet, stop what you're doing. This is a precious moment here. We're gonna be going over the DMV driving test. It is a crucial concept for those who are might be taking a test today or tomorrow or the next day, just in the future. If you happen just to stumble upon this by accident, hopefully this could help you out. But I just want to go over some simple things, what to do, what to expect, and really how your experience might be, just depending on how your instructor is too, because they could be a total biatch, or the gentleman or woman could be fairly nice and work with you throughout the way, even though they might keep it awkwardly silent in the car. That's really it really shouldn't matter. Just do what they're telling you to do, and you'll be fine. So first things first, you have your appointment date. So now you're at the appointment time. All right. So it's time for you to go take your test now. Say you're gonna leave the house. Be sure you know what vehicle you're gonna be, accustomed to. With the gas pedals, the brake pedals. Get used to those. Get a feel for those. Driving different vehicles might trick you, just depending on what you're used to. So definitely take that into account. If it doesn't bother you, then hey, by all means, that's more power to you. You're gonna have an advantage. For me, it's not that simple. I have to get accustomed to it. I have to drive it a couple times, and then I'll be good. Because some gas pedals are really, really, really sensitive, and they will launch your ass. So definitely take that into account. And if that doesn't help, you remember that SpongeBob episode, big toe. So very lightly on the gas pedal, if that to get you started, and then you'll start moving. Okay, so that goes for the brakes too. Kind of take note of how long it takes for you to come to a complete stop, and whether or not you have to brake earlier or a little bit, or maybe you don't have to exaggerate at all. You just know when to stop, because you understand the flow of the car. Different speeds require different timings. Just remember that. So now you're coming up to the DMV. You're checking in. The driver you're with, make sure has the car insurance and their proof of identification, so their driver's license. And you bring your permit. Make sure you're ready. Make sure you're gonna be nervous. You say you won't, but hey, you might just be, and just try not to let that take over, because that might one little slip might cost you the whole thing, because these instructors do not play. They really don't. So they will hold any big mistake accountable to you, just against you. And my first test I took, the lady, she held one mistake against me the whole way. Let me take the whole test instead of just failing me immediately, wasting my time. But that's a whole other thing. So I'm telling you how to pass it because I passed it now. So I'm done. I got my shit. So I'm good to go. So now you're at the DMV, right? You're getting your stuff checked out, registration, ID, your permit. Now they're gonna tell you to pull the car to the front, or to where they usually have your vehicles, checked out, or just waiting pretty much, just to be called up pretty much. And they're gonna do some basic checks on your car. So your blinkers, your emergency lights, your horn, windshield wiper, defrosters, your e-brake, and all in all your brake, just your headlights and brake lights. They're gonna check all of that. Believe it or not, yeah, I did say windshield wipers. I did. So make sure none of that shit's all flopping around, and it shouldn't be a problem. But the first thing they did with me, it might be different with you, it might be random, is the hand signals. Be sure you understand those hand signals. There's only 3. It's not really hard. Well, not hard at all, actually. It's just the concept of making sure you're not, I don't know, aggressively waving your hands around. I don't know why you would do that. So by all means, I'll show you a quick little. Alright guys, so first of all, despite the shitty quality, look, so say you're at the driving, your instructor comes up to your window, be like, show me your hand signals. So you're going to be like, I got you. There are different forms. There's 3 different types of hand signals you need to know. That's making a right, a left, and coming to a complete stop. So here, we're just going to have a stick figure, because that's the best I could do right now, so whatever.
To make a left, you're gonna pop your hand out like this, so your left arm is gonna come straight out. You can make a ball in your fist, whatever, or you could simply have it like how the hand signals are at the stoplights, whatever. Not like that, but you get the picture. And to make a right, goddamn, same thing, same concept. Hand come out like that, straight up, and then boom. Hey teacher, I got a question. Boom, it's coming straight up. Your thumb is gonna stick out that way. You gotta have it like this. You get the idea. I prefer it this way. It just seems like it's more clear. Coming to complete stop is quite simple. It's literally you're sitting in your car, your arm is pointing to the left, boom, like so, and then it's gonna bend straight down. Not to the point where it's like breaking, but it's like you're doing. I don't know if you ever. Do you guys know spaghetti meatballs like kung fu movies where they elbow you in the chest, their fist hits you in the face, or the backhand hits you in the face, and then the groin next? That's what it is. So you're having different motions. So say it's spaghetti, meat, and then your arm is gonna come balls, so like that. All right. So it's a weird concept, but it's quite simple. This one I prefer to have a ball like in your fist because it just I don't know, for some reason soldiers they tell you to stop by closing their fist at you, raising their fist in the air, like, oh, stop. But that's just an idea there. And that's how you do the 3 hand signals in this poor demonstration.
Moving forward from those hand signals, you're gonna come in. So say you're there, they're gonna come inside your car. They're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna jump in your car. Okay, make sure you have the doors unlocked. Don't fuck with them like in Scary Movie 4 where he starts locking it, preventing him from getting in. But anyways, yeah. So you're gonna jump in. Then they're gonna ask you if you know where your defrosters are. They're gonna ask you about your e-brake to whether or not you know how that functions. Your emergency lights, your high beams, your regular lights. They're gonna make you check pretty much the essentials of the car, inside of it at least, make sure everything functions properly. And then they're gonna give you some. We're gonna proceed with the test. Any questions you might have for me at the moment? And they're gonna be like, nah, or no. And like, okay. Then they're gonna tell you to pull out. Make sure you guys are being modest with your speed inside the damn parking lot. Don't be flying around, and don't be speeding it around. Just keep it, I know it takes forever. You guys might. It's just impatient, when you have to drive slow and when there's nothing happening. You just want to get it done, but these guys will dock you for every little thing that's wrong. So the smallest thing could cost you it. So just try to keep that in mind. But so when you're on the street and you're coming to a stop, and there's a car in front of you at a stoplight, make sure you have at least a car and a half of space in between you guys. Okay? It sounds like crazy, but oh my god, I had that amount of space, and the instructor still tells me make sure you have a little more space than that. I was like, whoa, hold on, now that's a lot of space. I didn't argue back and forth. I was just like, okay, but in my head I'm thinking there's plenty of space. There's no need for any extra, but it's just little things like that. And you guys might experience that. Maybe, like I said, it just depends on your instructor whether or not they want to tell you things or not. If they think it's okay or not, it's just up to them. So try to do your best. You guys will not have a problem. I promise you. And if you guys do fail, just keep your chin up. It's okay. Just do it the next time and get it right. Even if you think you didn't mess up at all, just maybe they just think you're not ready and will fail you on purpose. As fucked up as it sounds. I got fucked up right there. But aside from all that, they will tell you to pull over to on the side of the street, or they'll pick a spot. They'll make you, pull over, put it, and make you stop the car, and then make you drive in reverse for maybe 100 feet. It just pretty much to say, all right, I'm gonna tell you to go in reverse, and I will tell you when to stop. That's exactly what they'll say, or at least that's what they told me.
My headset's gonna die.
So make sure you look over your shoulder, okay? Because I didn't do that. I was just looking at my side view mirror, my right one at least, and I got docked for not looking over my shoulder. I know it's like, why don't you look over your shoulder? Ooh. But little things like that I wasn't told. I simply was told before you're gonna pull out again, to continue driving, make sure you signal, and make sure you check your mirrors, and then you continue driving. Alright, don't just immediately drive off without signaling or checking around you, your mirrors and stuff, because they will dock you for that as well. Make sure you do check the back side of you, okay? Actually show that you're turning your shoulder and stuff like that, because little Timmy might be behind you, and boop, you just bop him in the head, and it's over, you know? So, and definitely don't hit the curb, because they tell you specifically not to hit the curb either, so just keep that in mind, and you'll be fine. Other than that, there's really not much else other than they'll literally tell you to merge left and right. So also make sure you're just obviously looking in your rearview mirror, and then you're checking both your side mirrors, or just the side mirror that's you're merging into. So if it's left, check your rear view, and then check your left side, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And then, so other than that, you really shouldn't have a problem. If there's anything else that I might have left out, I hope you guys figure that out for yourselves. Obviously not the hard way from the test, but actually doing more research into it. Other than that, that's pretty much it. You guys should be able to pass, you know, no problem, first try. And I just hope you guys are safe driving out there, alright? So, that's all there is, and that's all there is. Peace. Bitch, push up, what you mean? Oh.
Retreat! He's so fucking cool.